Well, we are tracking the big story of the evening on Mirror Live, where the Delhi hit and run horror has put the spotlight on Delhi's missing CCTVs. The victim was dragged for 12 kilometers, and so far, only 5 to 6 CCTV footages have been recovered. While the Delhi government has claimed that it has installed 133,278 CCTV cameras across the national capital, the crimes in the national capital tell a different story. Now, the question is, where are the other CCTV cameras? And to talk about this, I'm joined by two of my colleagues, Ela and Priyank, live on this broadcast. Now, I will first go across to my colleague Ela on this. Ela, we could manage to recover only 5 to 6 CCTV camera footages for the victim who was dragged over a period of covering a distance of 12 kilometers over a period of 1.5 hours. So what does this tell us really about the CCTV cameras that we have in the Delhi NCR area, which is the national capital of our country?
Well, Raksha, absolutely right. There is a lot remains to be filled and a lot remains to be answered by Delhi police. And you can see here right now the Delhi police is right now here, and the ambulance with the body is going out, and you can see the mother crying and the sister behind her. They are all sitting in the ambulance. You can see the pain. This is you can see how drastic and how emotional moment is this for family. And you can see the family going inside the ambulance, and the body and the mortal remains of the 20-year-old girl, which were a few minutes back bought at her home in Karan Vihar, are now going for the last rites and to prepare for the last rites. You can see the family sitting inside the SHO van, the police van, and in that van it's her sister, it's her mother, who are really devastated, and other family members who are behind her and supporting the mother. You can see the condition of the family and the victim, who was dragged for around 47 minutes. Nobody noticed her. Nobody, not a police force or not a police station. She crossed 4 police stations in this duration, but nobody noticed her, and she was dragged for 47 minutes in that particular area of Khanjawala and Sultanpuri. And here it is Karan Vihar. It's her home where she used to live. She grown up in this area, and now the family is preparing for the last rites, and last rites to happen anytime soon. And the police has already taken her mother and the sister inside the police van, and we are now waiting for the last rites of 20-year-old Anjali. And according to the postmortem report, she had a hemorrhage because of all the injuries and shock. She died, but ruled out any kind of suspicion on rape, as the family was alleging and saying. Now the family has also accepted the reports, but you see the police has made this complete area under their surveillance, and the heavy police force and heavy deployment is now present here right now, and not even single media person is being let inside or near to the family. And you can see how we are also showing you visuals, and we are the one who are nearest to the family, and you can see how we are showing you the visual. And we are also seeing that the higher authorities of Delhi police are here. Delhi police as well as some local leaders have also reached to meet the family, and Bhim Army's Chandrasekhar Azad also reached to the family and had a word with them. And you can see anytime now Anjali would be going to her last rites. Emotional family, devastated family right now in front of us. Really sad moment for the family, and all over India is shocked by this incident. And anytime now, the last rites would be conducted. Over to you.
Ina, thank you so much for joining us live on this broadcast with all those details and the visuals. I will now go across to my colleague Priyank regarding this Mirror Now reality check that we are trying to do, where we are trying to see whether the toll claims of the government are matching the real situation on ground. Priyank, just to get you started, I will share a little bit of data with you. The total area of Delhi as per government website is 1,483 square kilometers. And as per 3rd of January 2022, what the Delhi government has said is that there are about 1,33,278 CCTV cameras installed. Now, if we just do a little bit of math, and we did some number crunching, data crunching, and we found out that Delhi should have at least 90 CCTV cameras per square kilometer. However, what we see on the ground is for an area of for a distance of 12 kilometers that Anjali was dragged for, a 20-year-old woman under a car which crossed police stations. We have established that. Which PCR vans passed by. We have established that. Even when it comes to CCTV cameras, there are only 5 to 6 camera footage that is available. Please tell our viewers a little more about these missing CCTV cameras that we are questioning.
Yes, certainly. Most of these cameras are not installed on those locations from where they can capture the movement of the people, because most of the time what it appears that either the wrong placement of these cameras have been done, or there's few of them have non-functional. But fortunately, for giving justice to the victim, few of the camera footage which we have managed to access clearly establishes the sequence of incident. But exactly on the spot where the accident happened, that portion has not been captured. But moreover, Delhiites need to understand it's not about keeping a vigil on them, the electronic surveillance or the police surveillance. The fact of the matter is the total mentality of the people need to change. We are talking about these 5 accused who very, in a very gruesome manner, not only hit the vehicle of the victims, but also dragged her for the 13 kilometers. But on the other side, the Delhi police could also not track this particular incident which was happening right in front of their eyes. The senior officials are leaving from this police station. What it appears that in a short while from now, the cremation of the victim will be conducted from where Ila was reporting on. While talking about the sequence of these CCTV cameras, the few of them have also shown a very shocking light on the case detail, because at 2:10 a.m. on the 1st of January, the victim scooty was spotted along with the accused vehicle, which means that that was the time when the accident had happened. Although on the other side, the first PCR call was made at 3:23. So that clearly establishes that for around 73 to 75 minutes, the victim's body was dragged. Most of these cameras have captured it, but as you rightly said, that the population is so huge, the area is so, the large area which we are talking about, it's very difficult for the Delhi government to also establish all these CCTV cameras. The main thing for them is to have a proper maintenance, which is not being done at the civil location, because of which the police can only get a few of the footages, which have now resulted as a clinching piece of evidence against the accused.
Priyank, thank you so much for sharing all those details with us. However, we do also want to ask you that when we talk of CCTV cameras, especially in the national capital, is there any kind of directive that the Delhi police has, or is there any kind of directive for the state government to ensure the installation of these cameras, or is there a monthly check that happens to sort of track whether the cameras are functioning, not functioning? Which department does this really come under?
See, these CCTV cameras have been given on contract. The maintenance is given on contract to a few of the sublet, organizations which have sublet this from the Delhi government. There have been a series of meetings which has happened over the period of decades. This is what we have observed in between the Delhi government, the Delhi police, the civic bodies, as well as the Ministry of Home Affairs, which is also being given report from the Lieutenant Governor's house, Secretariat. So all these are the stakeholders who are responsible to install these CCTV cameras, across the city, or give a review that these are the dark spots where the CCTV cameras need to be installed or the street light need to be installed. But in this particular case, the main thing which has come into light is those mentality of those monsters who not only killed the victim but also dragged the body. There will be once again a review meeting which is expected to happen in this particular installation or the maintenance of the CCTV cameras, which is expected to happen this month. Then we will get to know what is the exact status of the cameras and how many of them have been functioning.